Hello, everybody. It is Dee and Renee, and we are here with our weekly cooking show. And today we are going to be talking about collagen. And Dee has come up with all of lots of different tips on collagen, why we need it, what it does for us, and we'll also be sharing some great recipes that Dee, of course, created on the fly this week. That include all of our collagen products. So, you know, some people don't even know that we have these great products and that they're available as an extra during your phase 1 protocol. So Dee, welcome. Tell us what's happening up there in Medicine Hat this week.
Well, we are storming in Medicine Hat, Alberta today. We got snow and wind and tons of ice. So ironically, you know, I had a client this morning who said her husband will be happy because he has an auto body shop, and it's been really slow for them because we haven't had enough bad weather. So there.
Okay. Well, that's not her. Well, I am down here in our sunny Palm Desert location. So we have two locations. My clinic is up in Northern California in the San Francisco Bay Area. And then my mom and I have, we share a clinic down here in Palm Desert, which is near Palm Springs. So if you are a snowbird and you're traveling to the Palm Springs area, come in and visit us and stop in. We have a store. We support all of our snowbirds. And so you're more than welcome to stop in, weigh in, grab food, and just visit us. So we would love for you to do that. Awesome. Okay, Dee, so if you are coming on live and you would like today's recipes, and also we're going to be doing a downloadable handout on all of Dee's tips, you will want to type in the word newsletter and subscribe to our weekly newsletter, and that's how we get you the recipes each week, and they come on the following Monday. So today's recipes will be in your email box next Monday. All right, Dee, so talk to us about collagen.
Well, collagen is a pretty cool tool that is in our body, and it's actually a protein in our body, and it is the most abundant protein in our body. It makes up 1/3 of the protein in our body. So it also contains a mixture of amino acids, and it is found in bones and muscles and tendons and all your vital organs. And so it's a pretty important component of our whole cellular being. So today we're going to chat a little bit about collagen, a little bit about products that IP has, and just some other collagen products that you can use and incorporate into your daily health regime. So unfortunately, collagen production declines with age. So after about the age of 40, my friends, I'm working on some pretty good turkey neck myself that I'm gonna have to start paying a little bit of attention to. And of course, other environmental factors affect collagen too, such as ultraviolet light, you know, smoking, and environmental factors. But the biggest one is high sugar consumption. So it reduces collagen. So anybody that has been on the journey for a long time and you have skin concerns and you're quite panicky about that, because it's something that people get really worried about. So we usually take a lot longer to gain our weight than we lose it, but just remember that your skin is an organ, and we're going to use collagen to help support it as it transforms back down. It can do some pretty amazing things when taken care of. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I just jumped up and I thought I would get a couple of things. Yeah. This is the Jell-O. So we have what's called raspberry jelly, and then we have the blueberry cranberry drink, and I know you guys, it reads backwards on the computer. And I know that I saw that you were using like the wild berry yogurt in a bunch of the different recipes, but that's not collagen production product.
No, it's not collagen, but in those recipes, I've actually added a tablespoon of hydrolyzed collagen powder to show that that you can also bake with it. And you still get the benefits even when it's heated, and doesn't taste like anything, but it almost can help act like a thickening agent. So
Ah, okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's bring up some of our recipes here. And Dee, this is the air fry. Oh, okay, you tell me what things.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're on the right track. It has the air fried rhubarb in it. It has the collagen jello cubes in it, and it also has the wild berry cake in it that also has the hydrolyzed collagen in it. And this week, I'm going to give you 2 versions of the cake, so that I did get a private message concerned about my use of eggs all the time. And yes, I'm an egg user because I don't have any allergies, and they are nature's perfect food. But I'm going to give you the cake recipes with and without eggs. So all the pictures today are egg-free ones. I already know what it will do with the egg. So and just so a side note, as a baker, so the cakes are just a little less fluffier than usual because there's no egg white in them, but we'll give you both versions for any of you out there that are not looking to add any extra egg in your baking. Yeah.
So this is a combination of several of your recipes, is that right? From this week?
So, yes, this is. And the really neat thing about this is that I'm covering a lot of bases so basically I'm treating this as a dessert. It's very springy to me. I know I'm a little bit premature that we're still in January, but collagen, people forget about collagen. So, I mean, you can eat it, you can drink it, you can sprinkle it in smoothies, you can put it in baking, all those types of things. But this is the raspberry jello from IP, and it is actually, you may use it as a pack, but we don't recommend that you do every day because it's an incomplete amino acid chain, but you can add it as a freebie every second day. That or the Blue Crown drink can be added as a freebie every second day, and it is wonderful mixed with things. So here you have a serving of your wild berry cake, which would be your 1 unrestricted ideal protein. You have half a serving of cubed jello in there. You could use the whole thing, and that can be used as a freebie. And then there's a cup of air fried rhubarb in there, which gives you 1 cup of your select veggie. And so it's light, it's delicious. It's got that nice sweet hint, but that rhubarb pulls that little bit of tartness, which I like. And the really cool thing is the air fried rhubarb. It's crispy on the outside, but then you get a burst of that tender veggie in the inside. So it was I just tried it for fun. I burnt a few batches and then I got it right, and it's really good. So this wild berry cake and jello combination I have done in the past. It's not a new one, but it's a good one to redo and show you. And it does have just a little bit of dab of the Walden Farms marshmallow on it. So if you use tiny amounts of that, it will enhance the flavor. If you use too much, you just get that fake sugary taste, which takes away the lovely flavor from the rhubarb and the wild berry cake and the jello itself. So just a little goes a long way. But yeah.
Okay, well, we got a few of our favorite people on here. Hi, Wendy. And Patty, hi, hello. And again, everybody that's typing newsletter, you're going to get a message in your Facebook Messenger, and that is going to teach or show you how you can subscribe to the weekly newsletter. That's where you're going to get your recipes. So Cindy says, question, when you use egg whites, do you typically subtract protein from the dinner amount?
I, as a coach, am going to give you a freebie egg white every day of my life. It's you can get your other coaches to type that into scientific support, but it is 17 calories and your body can use 100% of that egg white. But I stop at 1. So if you're using recipes that then call for 2 fluid ounces of egg white, so 1 fluid ounce of egg white equals 1 ounce of protein. Count it, deduct it from your 8 ounce total. So I'll give you 1. because it's 17 calories in pure protein. But after that, then you want to count it, because our body is only going to use so much protein in the day as well. So we're not looking to over prescribe you on that, but so right. I hope that helps. And at any time, if your own personal coach disagrees with anything we say on here, please have a conversation with your coach about that. And if you're ever unsure, you know, we do have a tool from Scientific Support that your coach can also reach out to as well. But I never want to steer you on the wrong path. So
yeah, that's right. Exactly. Listen to your coach.
Yeah.
We're here to support coaches.
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to flip that up there, and that's the fried or the air fried rhubarb. How long do you put that? How long do you air fry it, Dee?
So I actually played with a few different settings on my air fryer, and the cake setting, I actually have a setting on my air fryer that is for baking. And the temp drops down to about 310, and I started it, this batch was started from a cold temperature. So once the air fryer is already preheated, you need to reduce your cooking time. So this was 12 minutes from a cold start, and so you would need about 7 to 8 minutes from a hot start. And so you need no oil, nothing. The skin of the rhubarb crisps up and then seals the juiciness inside. And so then once it was done after, I did one batch with some, just drizzled some syrup over it. And then the other one, I drizzled a little bit of jam over it. It was really, really good, because it's just that, it's such it's sweet and it's tart all at the same time, but in a good way. It was almost like eating candy, honestly. It was like a treat. It was really good. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you know, rhubarb at this time of year, you can find it in most grocery stores will have it in the frozen section. I get it in Northern California. We have a store called Sprouts where it's frozen. So you know, just knowing that you can, you know, get these things. So I wanted to say hi to a couple people here. Kathy, love you. Great. Thanks for watching. And June says, you gals are great. Thanks for your support, June. We appreciate it. We're doing what we love to do every single week. All right, Dee. Okay, this was really, you know, you guys all know that I do my favorite picture at the end, but I got so busy. We're installing our LipoMelt unit here down in Palm Springs, so I got too busy and I didn't switch my pictures around. So this was actually my favorite picture, but we get to see it second or third.
So my clients in our own clinic, they will recognize this little trick. So that is, that's the chocolatey coconut bar melted as icing with 1 tablespoon of liquid sugar-free coconut sweetener. It makes the best icing in the whole world. You would not know that that is a protein bar. It is so decadent and so delicious. And there is toasted jicama in that oatmeal cake. And I put just 1 tablespoon of that sugar-free coconut sweetener on that jicama as well, and of that toasted jicama. And you think you're having a square that has real coconut in it. It's really, really good. And so this cake I have done before with egg, so it's a little bit thicker, taller. But the flavor is still there. It's still great. It's really easy. So it's oatmeal, a little bit of water, some toasted jicama. You can put your daily oil allowance in there if you want, or leave it out. You know, it's going to kind of make like a flat cookie bar, and then that icing on top is just turns it into a decadent treat. And so you do have a restricted and an unrestricted there, with a little bit of your select veg. But it is rich enough that half of that serving at one time of the day and eating the other half at the next, it will leave you satisfied. So if you need a sweet treat, or, you know, if you are a protocol user or you're a coach and, you know, there's, you know, people struggle sometimes when special occasions come up. They worry about them. They worry that they're missing out. They need something. Melting some of the IP bars down into icing over top of protein cakes are amazing. It's a great option to try. Yeah.
Wow, that looks super scrumptious. And Wendy said that she loved this. She loved the chocolate treat today, and she also asked, "Is this from frozen rhubarb?"
No, that one, the chocolate one today, Wendy, was the grated toasted jicama.
Oh,
the cake beside it was the rhubarb cake.
Yeah. Oh wow, I wish I got to see all that and experience. You know what? If you want some not only great coaching but just some yummy snacks every time you go to the clinic, geez, the girl.
That's their perk. That's their check-in perk. They can come eat.
All right, this looks like some yummy, what's that? Oh, angel food cake is what this looks like to me.
It's made with the wildberry drink mix. And the reason why I chose the wildberry, it's kind of, that product gets forgotten, and it's really, really lovely. Yeah. And if you let the batter sit for a little bit, then the little fruit bits in it, the flavor comes out in them a little bit more, gives a little bit more of chewy texture. I like texture. And again, this particular picture is egg free. So I'm showing you that you can still get pretty cake without using eggs if you don't want to use eggs. Now, I can just give another little pull for the egg. You know, when you're moving on to phase 2 and phase 3 and you need to increase your protein, that's, you know, eggs are easy to bury into things to meet nutritional goals. And so sometimes there's lots of reasons why we do things, but really it was a great point, like that, needing some options without. So the wildberry cake, great on its own, great to hide, not hide, but you can put your collagen powder right into this batter. You cannot taste it, see it. In Canada, we do have a raspberry liquid collagen from IP, and you can add that one right into the batter as well.
Yeah. So let's talk a moment. So this is the wildberry vanilla cake, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk for a moment. In Canada, they do have, the Ideal Protein Clinics do have their own source of collagen. It's a liquid product that you can add to your shakes and what have you. Down here in the States, we don't have that as a part of the Ideal Protein protocol. So if you want collagen products, you can use the ones we talked about earlier. So there's, I think also the chicken soup, the chicken noodle soup also has the hydrolyzed or whatever collagen. But if you want other sources, I know that I use a scoop of the Vital Proteins collagen in my shake. So, you know, let's talk about that for a moment. If you can have, you know, like the blueberry cranberry drink every other day, or the raspberry jelly every other day, you can have a scoop of the Vital Proteins collagen every other day. So it's not something, because it is an extra 70 calories, and so, you know, it's just that extra every other day. And like Dee was saying, those products in the IP line are not whole proteins, so they don't have the amino acids in them. So we don't use them as a meal system, just really for collagen.
So I should have snapped a picture of it, because I also use a hydrolyzed collagen at home, and it is actually carb-free, calorie-free, net 6 calories per tablespoon. Anyway, you could use it in between your Jello or your Blue Cran. So I should snap a picture and add it to there. So on this, on the document that you're going to get today as well, I give a little example on how you can take collagen every single day. Yeah, between the products and then and supplemented collagen. So that will work well. And I see just a flash in the pan. Hi to Melissa. Melissa is recovering from a serious concussion injury. So well wishes to you for speedy recovery.
Thanks for joining us. I know you're not supposed to be online, Melissa. Anyway, what was I going to say? If you're tuning in and you want to get these tips for collagen, they are going to come in our weekly newsletter, which comes out on Monday. And if you want to get that newsletter, all you have to do is type in the word newsletter into the comment section, and that will, Facebook Messenger will send you a link where you can subscribe to the newsletter. So additionally, I wanted to mention to everybody, we are having our refresh retreat, and Dee is going to be, you can attend online, or you can attend in person in California, whichever works for you. But Dee is going to be sharing a lot of her baking tips, and we're going to be online live, and you can ask questions, or you can watch it later in the recorded version. But there's registration information in the comment section also. So we hope you will join us. Okay, so Deb is online. She says, hello, ladies.
Hi, Deb.
And Cindy says, please give the brand for the collagen we can get in the U.S. So it's called Vital Proteins, and I typically buy it at Whole Foods. But there's, I think there's a variety of powdered collagens that you can buy. You just want to make sure there's no added sugars.
Yep. Yeah, there should be no carbs, no fat. You will get a protein amount. So a tablespoon might have like 6 grams of protein. You will see that. And you're also looking, it'll have a very, very low calorie amount, if any, on it. But no fat and no sugar and no carbohydrates will be in it. And you also, bovine, porcine, fish, shellfish, chicken, like there's a lot of different brands as well. So if for any dietary reasons, check out your local health food stores or specialty stores too if you have dietary restrictions and you're looking for a certain type of collagen as well.
Yeah, and we've talked before about bone broth. That's another source of collagen. So there's another show you can source out in our videos. Yeah. Renee says, hello. Thanks everybody for jumping on. Would you do us a favor and push the share button and share this out if you are an Ideal Protein Clinic on your Facebook page. If you are a dieter, share this with your friends and help them to, just see a few more things that they can do to just be a little bit healthier. Okay, so we got this wild berry rhubarb cake up here. All these recipes Dee created egg-free for all of you that love egg-free.
So I'm still gonna give you the egg version too. So that air fried rhubarb was just it was just too good not to use in everything this week. So it is in this lovely cake as well. So you're going to get some of your select veggies. There is the protein powder in there versus the liquid in this one. However, I should have used the liquid just because it would be pretty. That little bit of color would be pretty with the rhubarb and the wild berry. And I did these recipes basically sweetener free, like no added sweetener. But if you have a sweet tooth, you could add a little bit in if you wanted to. But they all turned out very moist and tasty. So I think this one disappeared off the table today first. Usually chocolate goes first, but the rhubarb cake went first today off the table at work here. So it's a good sign. Super tasty. I know what I want to talk about. So anytime I post rhubarb, we do get the, well, I can't get rhubarb. I can't find it anywhere. So at this time of the year, it is going to be frozen. And so in our back, with the very first week, the back to basics protocol, don't be scared to talk to your produce manager or your grocery store manager. And the really interesting thing about where I buy my rhubarb right now, it is a tiny mom and pop grocery store. We have big chain grocery stores that I can go to. This little one stocks it because protocol users buy it. And if I am just happen to be driving by that store and maybe I need to pick up milk or something for the kids, I will stop there because I know that I'm going to be able to get my bag of bag of rhubarb there. So don't be scared to have the conversation with your grocers. If they're hesitant because they say, well, I won't sell enough. If you're a coach, you let all your dieters know that they can buy it there. If you're a protocol user, you tell all your friends that are on protocol, hey, this guy will bring it in if you go buy it. So it's kind of, you have to pat each other's backs, but it will work. And often big box wholesalers. So you're going to have companies in, Renee, you can probably help me in the States here, but like in Canada, right in Medicine Hat, we have a Medicine Hat wholesale and a company called Brewmaster, and they supply bulk items, food items, plus containers and stuff to the local businesses, and they actually carry cases of frozen rhubarb, and you're allowed to go purchase from there too. So you probably will have similar outlets in your larger centers.
There may be some restaurant supplies that carry restaurant suppliers. Yeah. I know in San Jose area, there's a big restaurant supply chain that probably has it in their frozen section. I never even thought of that, Dee. Yeah. That's such a great suggestion.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Ways to find it.
So Dee, tell us so we've been talking about back to basics for the last couple of weeks, and if you haven't seen those shows, go back to last Wednesday and the Wednesday before. So as we start the new year, just encouraging you to try new things. Don't stick with chicken and broccoli until you're so sick of it you jump off the boat. Give us some of you're seeing a lot of new dieters and restart dieters. Tell us some tips that you're giving your current clients.
Well, to definitely to put all these extras that we can give that that are protocol friendly, that are protocol safe, to put them to good use. So you might forget about them. So we're always going to encourage you to sit down, plan, prepare, write it down. The neat perk about collagen also is that collagen can actually decrease your appetite. So for anybody who has been through that first week, who by the end of day one is like, oh man, my body is already, asking for things, collagen can help decrease appetite. It can also aid in digestion. And so for a lot of, and it doesn't matter if you're doing this protocol or a different program, often what happens is we're definitely increasing your vegetables and your water consumption, and some dieters can experience some rumbly tummy and a few other unpleasant side effects because their body's not used to it. It can take a couple of weeks for that to settle down, but collagen can also aid in digestion. And right from go, your body can use the extra collagen support. And it's one that we do sometimes forget. Not just, we talk about skin a lot, right? Because we care about how we look, but it's all the other things that collagen does within our body that can help support us on our journey and keep us satisfied. And collagen can actually also help to balance hormones. Now, I know that is more of your expertise than mine. So I'm really looking forward to learning a little bit more on how collagen helps to balance hormones. So really important for all your organs. And so while you're in the beginning stages of IP, you're going to give your pancreas a break, but we're also putting a little bit of extra tax on our liver, and because we're going to ask that guy now to clean our body. He's going to process all the fat and the yuck and the horrible stuff that is stored in our fat. So we're going to give him some extra support with that collagen too, to keep him working optimally. So there's so many important parts. So along with the small meals and the increased electrolytes and water and the Blue Crown and Jello every second day for extra food. Just so you guys know too, you don't have to make Jello to enjoy Jello. You could enjoy him as a super hot tea. The Blue Crown flavored drink is awesome as a super hot tea. So if you're experiencing winter like we are, hot liquid is really comforting and awesome. If you have a little bit of sore throat, or if you end up with a little bit of a keto flu, try those with a little extra salt and hot water to alleviate those symptoms, things like that. So I know I can talk a lot. I'm sorry.
I love that. I love that. So Deb is asking, is there a certain daily amount for the collagen?
Yeah, so the type of collagen that you purchase, it will tell you what your, usually on the powdered ones, it's a tablespoon will be the serving size. Same with in Canada on our liquid collagen. Again, it's a tablespoon, I do believe, is that it's a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. It will tell you. The great thing the great thing about collagen is you won't OD on the collagen. It's just that if you are, we have to put limits on the Jello and the Blue Cran and the brand that Renee was talking about, simply because they have calorie amounts attached to them. And if you're eating too many calories, you will slow down your body's effectiveness in your ketosis journey. So,
and I think a really important part of when we eat collagen related products like bone broth, they also have a very healing effect on leaky gut and digestive issues. So, remembering that it took us a long, long time to get to the place where we feel bloated and gassy, right, and our tummy is rumbling, and it's going to take a while. So give yourself 6 weeks to 3 months to have that healing effect, and having that serving of collagen every day is going to start healing us from the inside out. So it's not always just, is my skin going to look better, which it will, but it's really what's it doing on the inside that's making it easier for our bodies to digest. And when we can digest efficiently, we're not going to be storing fat like we did before. So when our bodies were out of balance and out of hormonal balance, we weren't able to process our foods properly, and we end up storing fat in addition to, some of our bad habits. But that's the way that the body works. So understanding that it's going to take time to let all of this come into play, but Dee made you guys all some awesome things to enjoy your collagen with. I'm going to flip right back through my recipes here so that we can end on this chocolate cake, which looks amazing.
It's good.
All right, you guys, this has been great. Our half an hour is up, like always. If you want this week's recipes, please go and into the comment section, just type the word newsletter. You're going to get a message, and just subscribe to our newsletter. And then every Monday is when we send them out. So today's recipes will come to you next Monday, along with Dee's collagen tips. So I love that for this week. Dee, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Refresh Retreat. We have so many great things planned for everybody. So if this is something that you can attend, great. If not, jump online and purchase the webinar registration, and you can be either live with us or watch it later. So that's coming up, President's Day weekend. And coaches, we got a whole Coaches Day on Friday. Hope to see you there. All right, Dee.
Thank you, Renee. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. See you next Wednesday.